You are watching Hockey in the Fort podcast. Now, with tonight's podcast, we've got Nick, Ed, and Don. Take it away, boys.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Hockey in the Fort. I know it's been a long time since we joined you, 3 hours exactly. We got Ed in the corner over there. We shut him off camera.
Hi, guys.
And our intern, Nick, is in the corner as well.
Hey.
So,
there he is.
And, of course, on the phone with us right now, all the way from Fairbanks, Alaska, is Brad MacMillian. And you guys better not hold any questions back on him. So,
this is going to be fun.
So, welcome to the show, Brad. Happy to have you. This was kind of set up by your buddy Gary Rue. So,
Coach Poodle.
So basically, what we do is we start out by asking everybody where you started playing hockey, what age, and then all the way through your career.
Right from the get-go.
Yep, from where you started to where you finished.
Where I started, I think I was about 2 and it was in Airdrie, Alberta. I don't even think I was old enough to be playing, but my parents convinced them to let me go out and skate. And I worked my way through minor hockey. I didn't really get real competitive till about midget AAA when I was playing in Medicine Hat, Alberta. I started taking it a little more serious then and went from there went to a few Alberta Junior League camps before I settled in Melfort, Saskatchewan, the SJHL. Played a little bit there. Didn't really get along with the coach the second season. Asked for a trade, and I got traded to the North American League in Fairbanks, Alaska. There was a pre-existing relationship there. My brother was up here coaching the Division I college team, so he was the coach who kind of helped me get up here. And then from there, I don't know that I would say college was exactly was really my thing. So, I had a couple of walk-on offers and a bunch of Division III stuff, but I didn't want to pay for school.
Right.
So I went to the U-Haul, the United League, actually, and played in Missouri for a couple of years. Went from there to where did I go from there?
Cross Riviera.
Columbia, South Carolina, and East Coast League.
That's a big difference from Missouri.
Yeah, it was hot, humid. We were right on, we lived right on USC campus, basically.
Right.
It was a nice little college town there. At least where we were staying, that part.
Oh, Columbia's awesome.
Yeah, for the short period I was there, I had a good time with that East Coast League and the heavy affiliation. Toronto Maple Leafs had so many guys they sent down to the Marlies, and then the Marlies and all the guys down there. So I was on my way out, and I just went to that Quebec League for a bit. Played in Trois-Rivières.
Yeah.
That was an interesting experience.
Did you have to learn how to speak French?
Well, I learned a little bit growing up, but yeah, I mean, in Montreal, you can get by 50-50 English, but we're in Trois-Rivières, most of them spoke English, they just couldn't speak it to you.
Yeah.
Typical Frenchman. Like Guy Dupuis.
Curdo.
Curdo.
Yeah,
I don't know how they can live in the U.S. for like 15 years and they never lose their accent. Still can't understand them.
We just talked to him he was on at 5:00 and he's thick as ever.
Yeah, he's right back in it though. He's living up there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in Montreal.
Yeah.
He's got his agency up there.
Yeah, I thought he was a player's agent.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well up there. It's pretty cool.
He's a hard worker. I figured he'd be successful pretty much anything he did.
Yeah.
After I left that Quebec League, I think I just took a year off, kind of went to school. Had already met my wife, had a kid, and then decided maybe I wasn't done yet. So when I was playing in Missouri and they folded, Fort Wayne had my rights in the dispersal draft.
Okay.
It's called, actually, Kevin Ryder actually hooked me up. He went and talked to Dave Franke for me and then came down and played a couple years there. Won a couple Turner Cups. And then went out to Colorado and had that whole shit show fall apart.
We weren't going to bring that up, but I mean,
you can bring it up because that whole thing was a load of shit. That whole Colorado Eagles organization.
Yeah.
Don't want to get me started on their garbage.
Maybe
I'm
we
more worried
do.
about their.
You tell us
They don't
not to get you started. That's probably what we're going to try to do.
It was quite a. That was where the dark side of minor league hockey kind of reared its real ugly head. I never really had to experience that. You're not really anything more than a roster spot that can be quickly replaced.
Yep.
They'll do all kinds of backdoor shit to you. And that organization did about everything they could to try to save face of that whole thing.
Oh yeah. They like to think they're saints.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's funny how the video all disappeared. There wasn't a video of the actual fight. It wasn't even a video of the league to review of the fight.
Really?
I forget who the commissioner was. I mean, it was like Slapshot. You know, the brawl breaks out. It wasn't a brawl. You know, that Van Drunen, say what you want. He asked me to fight because it was exhibition game. You know, exhibition games are
right.
They're full of fights. You know, there was probably 10 seconds ticked off the clock, and we had about 10 fights. And I went out. I was trying to showcase what I do, so I was trying to find somebody to fight. Nobody would fight except for this Van Drunen guy on the face-off. He slashed me. I was like, all right, we're fighting. He laughs at me. He says, okay. I'm like, I'm serious. We're going. He said, okay. And the ref even skated over and asked if we were fighting. I said, yeah. He's like, well, you guys take the center ice. But I'm not going to center ice. We're going right here. And the puck dropped, and I went to him, and he thought he was going to be a smug little
you can say
guy
it.
and just try to, yeah, well.
Yeah.
choose my words
We
carefully,
actually just watched a YouTube video of it, and they had the Odessa coach or GM say that Van Drunen kept telling you no all game long. Wasn't it at the beginning of the game?
You know, I wasn't even trying to fight. It was like middle of the second period. I was trying to fight like Bootland, guys that are supposed to be fighting.
Yeah.
Nobody would fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I was going to draw a penalty, and I hit him one time. That was it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they act like I sucked them. He knew it was coming.
Yeah.
And then a whole brawl broke out.
Yeah. From the video, it didn't look like that
23 games for one punch.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, one of our defensemen was doing elbow drops on the guy he had in the brawl, and he got 6 games for some WWF stuff.
Yeah, we saw that on the video too. What about the brawl with Kalamazoo? I mean, Muskegon. Let's get to that one. That one's more fun.
Oh. Nothing personal against Robin Boucher. This has never liked the guy playing against him.
Yeah.
So that whole thing started with it was a shot on goal, and the puck, I think it was who the goalie was, but the puck was right there. He didn't cover it yet, so I took a whack at it, and then he covered it. He covered my stick in the puck, and for whatever reason, a little scrum breaks out, but Bouchard grabs me. I didn't know he had a hold of me. I just kind of pulled myself out of his grasp and threw a punch and hit him right square in the kisser, and he went down. After I hit him, I realized who it was. I was like, I felt pretty good about that. And go to the penalty box, and everybody in the building knew what was happening, except for Al Sims. I swear.
That's
get Shappy off, guys. Get Chalker off, guys.
Don't put the skill line.
We watched that video tonight too, and I was like, "What the hell is Sims thinking? Doesn't he get the last change?" And I don't know how
the last change. Like we're yelling. I remember I was yelling in the penalty box to call a timeout, get him off the ice. Stazer was yelling at him. Everybody was yelling.
Yeah, I don't know how you miss.
Lawmaster. Yeah.
That's just
Snake, Lawmaster, Steven Later. You had a bunch of guys out there. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean.
And then Lawmaster beat Shappy mercilessly.
Yeah.
While he was on the ice, and then just kind of gestured to me in the penalty box, and I was like, "Yeah, not happening."
Sorry. All right, back to your tour of duty.
Okay, so yeah, got sidetracked there. But yeah, Colorado, then into Idaho and East Coast League, and then I'd had that whole experience in Colorado that had ruined hockey for me for the most part.
Did you actually play? Did you play in Idaho?
I played one game, fought Riley Emerson twice in that game. In the second game, he got me good right in the mouth. He took me down. I don't even remember getting up off the ice, skating out of there.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Let's see. How long did you?
I fought him. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, how long did you stay in Boise? But
I was there for a month after that fight. They wouldn't let me go with the concussion protocol or whatever.
Right.
I was like, because I was just done. I have my uncles live there and stuff, so I had family just to hang out with. But I sent my wife and kid home. They went back to Alaska, and then I drove up.
Yeah.
Pulled all of our stuff up in the truck.
Boise's a cool little town.
I enjoyed it there. When I was younger, my parents moved us down there, so.
Oh, nice.
Lived there for a little bit.
So you said that that whole Colorado thing ruined hockey for you. Have you skated or played since getting out of being a pro?
Yeah, we have a group of guys here that skates on Tuesday nights. Some pro guys, some college guys, and then there's some local guys that show up. But it's a pretty good pace skate. And then we put a team together to go to Anchorage. Actually, it's coming up, but they canceled it because of this whole coronavirus stuff.
Yeah.
But it's an adult tournament. They have like a gold and silver division. They added gold, but usually it's silver. It's pretty competitive. Lots of the Aces players still live in Anchorage, so it's good hockey down there.
Nice. What is that, about a 4-hour drive?
We won it one year. More like closer to 7.
Holy shit. Damn state's
It's less than an hour flight.
Oh, yeah, if you get on a bush plane.
No, there's no way I'm getting one of those things. Alaska Airlines.
Yeah, you don't want to land on a gravel road?
No, not at all. I've had to take flights to the North Slope up here to work at Raven Air, where it feels like you drop 600 feet in the blink of an eye. Not fun.
I miss those days of being a pilot some days.
Yeah.
So we do have a question from one of the people listening, Castile. Who is an opposing player you hated the most?
That wasn't who you just talked about, Boucher.
Man, never really hated people. Boucher
Just
just hated because he
didn't want to play against. You hated playing. You didn't like playing against.
Yeah,
them.
like you hated playing them.
like just because they were mean and tough.
Yeah, they were a thorn in your ass.
Jason Robinson, I think it was in Kalamazoo. He was just always hard to play against. He was big, strong defenseman. He wasn't a pussy by any means. I fought him, I think, once. But he was just, anytime you went by the net, you were going to get whacked or hit somewhere nice and soft. I remember you were tenderized afterwards. Especially in Kalamazoo, he'd finish hits on you in you'd forecheck, but he'd press you and hit you in those boards. Those
concrete boards
I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Or
your hips are bruised.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, Gary Rue says he's going to get up there to see you one of these days too, and that he thanks you for the GoFundMe.
Yeah, Gary's going to come up here.
Yep, Gary says he's going to get up there.
One time when they were Komets, when they went to the East Coast League, they came up to play Anchorage.
Yeah,
I was going to go down for that trip if he came up, but he didn't make that trip. That was quite a while ago, actually.
Yeah, that's been
6-7 years.
Probably, yeah, at least 5. Probably 5 years.
Well, Gary was here 5, right?
6.
6, so 7 years.
So, Hunter wants to know what your favorite memory is in Fort Wayne.
Say that again?
What's your favorite memory from Fort Wayne that's not a championship?
Just hanging out with the boys. That was the 2 years that I was there for those championships. That was always it was a really good group of guys. A lot of times there's division in the room and not everybody gets along real well. But that team, it was fun to come to the rink every day because the boys in the room there.
Everybody
There's always somebody to give shit to, or somebody had a good story.
Yeah.
Keith Roger, Bobby Phillips. Those two were probably some of the biggest characters I've ever played with. Everybody
talks about Bobby.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Dude, Bobby is unbelievable.
You were here at
he's a gem.
What's a good Bobby story you got?
Remember, Canada and the U.S. are playing World Juniors, and the U.S. won. Whoopity-doo. But, Bobby showed up, red, white, and blue, painted his face. I think he was wearing an American flag cape. He's just an idiot.
That's great.
I really like Bobby. He's good shit.
Yeah. I think he's still
him and Keith Roger together, they were something else. Bobby's like a nurse now or something.
Yeah. Yep. He went to the medical field. I know that. And I think he's still around here. I
think so.
I thought they were in like South Carolina or some shit, but I can't remember.
I can't remember. Somebody told us he was.
Or maybe they went down there just for school or something.
Yeah, maybe. But so, who was? I mean, you said Bobby was a character. Who was the glue guy in that room? Was it Chalker or was it Schrocky or? Well, Schrocky was a first year when you were playing, I guess. So.
Schrocky was kind of a glue guy just because he was such a goofball, but he was willing to do anything. It didn't matter. You know, that first exhibition game with Schrock, I was like, yeah, you're going to play with Schrock, you know, he's a local kid, works hard, all this stuff. I was like, all right, whatever. So I was going to try to fuck with Schrocky a little bit. I was like, hey, first shift, you know, he's a college kid, so who knows? And I was like, first shift, we're going to go out there. We're just going to start a line brawl. Expecting him to kind of be like panicking. He's like, all right, let's do it. Oh, never mind. I was just screwing around with you. But,
okay.
you know, I didn't really think much of him when you saw him. Like, oh, yeah, you know, not a big imposing figure, but Rocky never backed down from anybody.
No.
So I remember him fighting Jason Goulet and just getting pounded. And I'm yelling at him to just go down. He was right in front of the net. I was like, go down. And he wouldn't go down. He stood there the whole time. A couple punches, I think the Goulet hit him in the shoulder pad. It sounded like gunshot. Like if he takes one of those in the mouth, he's going to go down.
That's great.
Yeah, he's a good dude, and that guy. Even now today, you can just see that attitude about him. Like he still never gives up on anything he does.
Yeah, I called him probably about a month ago just to give him shit.
Yeah,
see what he was doing.
Losing hair.
Yeah. I wasn't going to bring that up, but yeah.
Have you seen him lately?
Oh, I saw some pictures. I saw the pictures when he was getting inducted there.
Yeah.
I think that Doc Emmerich had more hair than he did.
Very true.
Galboski.
Let's see. Oh, Leo's watching. You just popped up on mine. What's your yeah, Leo Thomas. What's your best Leo story?
Best Leo story. Actually, it wasn't playing with him. It was against him. I want to say it was in Bloomington.
Yeah.
I didn't know who he was, and then I went to hit him when he was rushing the puck up the wall, and he just blasted through me. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, that's the guy's got a lot of power behind those legs.
Yeah, he did. He's the player.
Well, Mr. Schmidt backed out on us. Mr. Schmidt backed out on us tonight.
Yeah, Larry Schmidt,
the
PA announcer.
Oh, Larry. Did he get his mullet trimmed up?
Yeah, it's no longer.
Yeah, he doesn't go out of the house now because his barber's shut down.
So, he's actually watching too.
Is he watching?
Yeah,
good.
Larry, pipe in here. So he's everybody's kind of staying around home nowadays. So
smash. Larry would try to beat us in ping pong before games and he'd get smashed. I'd smash him. Everybody smashed him.
Yeah, he talked
Larry
about
was
all
like
those.
A punching bag. He'll tell you that he won every game. He did not win every game. Then him and Dunner would play, and it would be like, like two unathletic people trying to play.
Larry said to tell you that he has Schrocky hair now.
So, here's a good one. Do you have a Bob Chase story?
Not any single Bob Chase story in particular, but the one Bob Chase, I'm not a very well-spoken person, but Bob Chase always made me sound good. He asked the right questions, easy enough for me to answer. I know I always I don't like doing a lot of interviews when I play, but when Bob would want to do interviews, I enjoyed doing interviews with him. I think of all the history and all the things that Bob had seen, through all those years with the Komets.
Yeah, it had to have been
actually
crazy.
My favorite. Actually, I take that back. One of my favorite Bob Chase stories is when we won the Turner Cup the first time that I was there. Was that 2009?
Yeah.
And he I forget who it was. I forget who dumped it on him, but they filled the cup up and then dumped it on Bob. Bob was soaked, but he was loving it, whooping it up, drinking. He was just having a good time. He didn't. I think at that point he was 21 again.
Yeah.
Hey, you could probably still hang with the boys if you had to.
Oh yeah. Come on, Murph.
Larry says he used to beat Seabass all the time, and he would get so pissed. Always made for a fun game after that.
Yeah, because Seabass held the paddle like it was a stop sign. He had no skill. Actually, I think Legault was worse than LaPlante.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
He's watching too. Yeah. Somebody wants to know what your favorite memory is in Fort Wayne.
I think you
no,
like that anything at all.
Oh.
The post championship parties at Warner's parents' house.
Oh, at the farm?
For about 2 or 3 days, yeah. That was a good time.
I've heard a lot of stories about those parties.
Yeah, probably most of them are pretty true.
Yeah, well, we're still trying to get Warner to come on the show, but the sumbitch is always working. And I know you're watching because I see your name there.
Warner's got a good story about being in the pool with the Turner Cup. He can tell that one when he comes on.
I'm going to remember that. Brandon in the pool. All right. So what's let's see, what we want to go with the arenas?
Yeah.
What was your least favorite arena to play in when you played in Fort Wayne?
Flint General's arena, was it Peroni's?
Peroni.
Like the same toilet was plugged for like 8 years. I swear, when I played in Missouri, Flint was in the U-Haul then, and then, years later to Fort Wayne, the place was just disgusting. Like, it was terrible.
Yeah. Worse than KZU or Port Huron?
Oh, yeah. Well, Port Huron was just old.
Oh, yeah.
But Kalamazoo or Flint was just it was just dirty.
You didn't drink the water, did
the
you?
Toilets. We did. Now looking back now, yeah, we drank a lot of water. That explains a few things.
So what was your favorite?
Same toilet was plugged. Say that again.
I was just going to say, what was your favorite barn to play in?
Coliseum there.
What about the road barns?
Where else can you get 10,000 fans screaming?
Yeah.
Road barn?
Yeah. Did you ever play in Toledo?
Bloomington had a nice rate. Yeah, Toledo's was bad. I had some guy stick his head over the boards. Or no, that wasn't Toledo, it was Dayton.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Dayton.
Hera.
Yeah.
That place was a shit
show.
Yeah,
that place was a dump. And they had low glass. I had some old guy stick his head over the glass and tell me he was going to kill me and my old stadium. Take it easy. This is a game.
Wow.
Yeah, that place was a joke.
He was a little aggressive.
They're tearing that barn down now.
Yeah.
So Tornado took that one out
10 years ago.
It should have tore down a lot longer than that. Yeah, Tornado finally took it out. It needed to go a long time ago.
They were already talking about tearing it down. I think the Tornado turned it from a demolition to a remodel. I think they're going to try to rebuild it with insurance money, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as long as the sewage doesn't run down the concourse anymore, we'll be good.
Yeah. And they can put heat on the visitor side.
Yeah.
They never had heat over there.
But
really cold, right? I don't remember it being cold, really.
Yeah, in the stands, it was cold, yeah.
You guys were always warmed up down there. It was fucking cold for us.
Yeah.
That and
That's right.
God, what was the other one? It was really cold back then. Muskegon. Muskegon was pretty cold.
Yeah, I've never been to Muskegon.
LC Walker.
Yep. Nice barn, just cold.
A lot of history there.
Yeah, now they're a USHL team up there now.
Yeah, that's pretty much anywhere you go now. All these minor league teams that, they all went junior.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of money there.
Yeah, you're not paying anybody anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Pocketing everything.
I can't blame them. But
yeah, I always like playing in those southern markets because for some reason they did really well, in a non-traditional market. But you'd have, everybody would come. They just assume that it was just being a bunch of fights all night.
Yeah, I used to work in Pensacola, and it was all fight. Well, it was a lot of fights, and then but you could go to the rink in shorts and a t-shirt in January.
When Gary Graham was down there.
Yeah. Yep.
Was Cool playing there?
Let's see. Leo was there.
Yeah.
Leo was our captain before he got booted for fighting with a fan. That fan deserved a lot worse than what he got. I was not far behind that guy.
They usually do. There's always a couple that just don't understand the separation. Like, you don't want to fuck with the guys on the ice. It doesn't matter.
No.
You can be the most unassuming guy.
I don't know what the guy said. Like, I couldn't hear it, but I was behind Leo coming off the ice. And it was in Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana, at the Cajun Dome. And needless to say, whatever he said pissed Leo off because it was an end of the season for him immediately.
Yeah. Know the feeling.
Yeah. I think Don's got a question to ask you from Warner.
So Warner wants to know if it's possible to waterlog a one-piece stick. He's asking for a friend.
According to frickin' Doofus, it is. I took these sticks and pulled the plugs out of them and filled them with water. He went out and practiced with them, and then when he finally figured out what was wrong, he was so pissed. He kept telling me I took the trampoline out of the stick, and I think he was meant to flex.
Yeah.
And then he said they were waterlogged. I'm like, they're freaking waterproof. Like, shut up. He wanted to find me all kinds of stuff. He went to Dave. He was a baby. He really was. He could not handle being pranked ever.
For some reason, I can picture that. And the team that you had was probably full of pranksters.
I was mostly me screwing with him. Me and Bobby Phillips used to Photoshop pictures of him all the time, and we'd hang him up in the bathroom because he didn't like to use the bathroom there.
Really?
There's some good ones. This is fun stuff, but for me, it's like, how dare you?
He does kind of come across as that guy that's a little proper.
It's French. I mean, come on. They're all babies.
What about PC? He played with PC, right? He was a little bit more loose, wasn't he?
Drew and the Bruin, yeah. Well, the guys that figure out how to act like a non-French guy, they're good. But some of those guys, I'm sure Legs and those guys are just fuming right now.
So what was it like for you playing with Legs? I mean, having the other big guy on there.
That was awesome. I mean, that's like off the ice is probably one of the nicest human beings I've ever met.
Absolutely.
But I wouldn't want to eat one of his right hands, that's for sure.
No, they're the size of a fucking boulder.
Yeah. Things coming with some oomph.
Yeah, that's a big boy. I would not want to I wouldn't want to get on the other side of him.
It was nice to play with him because then, I didn't have to pick up. I didn't have to do nothing. Legs was now the big guy that they would go after. Not that I'm big or anything, but I mean, he's one of the. You see him, guys are like, oh, I want to fight that guy.
Gary's
big guy.
Gary's got another memory. He said the lady in Flint with her beer on top of the penalty box glass. You pushed the glass and dumped it all over her.
And then, they kept calling me McNugget. And then the next time we played in playoffs, she dumped the beer on me.
Oh, really?
Game on.
They just got hauled out of there.
Oh, wow.
Security threw them out.
Calling me
Gary will remember a lot of good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Captain Hook guy. You remember?
Yeah.
He keeps putting all his shit on there for us.
Yeah, Gary's just loading them up here.
Yeah, we put Guy in a Captain Hook. We photoshopped him in a Captain Hook because he got a bunch of hooking penalties one game.
Oh, shit.
We were relentless to Guy.
I could just picture him getting
just because
pissed.
He reacted the way he did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you react that way.
Like that, yeah, then we're going to come even harder next time.
So what's the one fight to this day you still remember the most?
The one against Cody Doucette when I played in Missouri.
Yeah.
When I knocked him out. That was my first pro, where I actually KO'd a guy.
Nice.
I felt pretty good. I remember after the game, Killer Kevin Kaminsky gives me a VHS of the fight. I'm like, where am I going to play this? Nobody has a VCR. Wow. Thank God somebody put it on YouTube.
Jesus.
I say there's a lot of fights on YouTube of yours. We were scrolling through the last couple nights, like, holy shit.
There's a good. My favorite ones though were always in the call in Fort Wayne there because I mean, it's like 10,000 people.
Yeah.
I didn't score a lot of goals, but I could bring people to their feet with a fight. It's like a drug, man. It's intoxicating.
Yeah.
Well, and we kind of like that shit around here too. So we're more of the old school market.
Yeah, that was great there. I loved every minute of it. from the first fight in preseason against, the heck was his name? It was in Kalamazoo. Or it was at home. We played in Kalamazoo. He was the winner of that show in Canada, making the cut for 1 year.
Oh,
I want to say he was their captain.
I can't remember.
yeah, he was their captain. I remember who you're talking about.
Defenseman. He was a little bigger guy, maybe 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, you were wearing.
It was right.
God, I think you were wearing 17 then in that.
Yeah, it was right in front of their net. Jason Tapp was the goalie.
Yep. I can't remember that guy's fucking name. I can see him, but I can't remember his damn name.
Yeah. I can't remember it either.
Okay, here's a question because his wife just started watching. What was it like playing with Boucher?
Who started watching?
Nick Boucher's wife.
What was it like playing with Boucher?
Yeah, you played with him, didn't you?
Yeah, Boucher is awesome.
Yeah. Were you there for the Disney on Ice issues?
No, I missed that, but I've heard plenty of stories.
He shared that shit on the show last week.
Well, let's hear your version and see if it matches his version. Yeah, he told the story.
I wasn't there. Just I'd heard that he, guys put a pot together for him. He threw his jock and skates on and went out there.
And skated
I
around
don't
the
know if he was
practice.
doing toe touches, but he was stretching out there.
Wow.
But you have to appreciate, like, Bush is a pretty serious guy when it comes to in the dressing room. He's a
goalie.
leader for sure. Strong voice in the room, and then when you hear he's out doing shit like that, you're just like, I just can't picture it. And then you get to know him away from the rink. Bush is a lot of fun.
Hey, say hi to Shrocky. You started watching.
Rocky, comb your hair.
Both of them.
Yeah, not too hard though.
Oh Lord. Still fucking with him.
Yeah.
Years and years later.
Yeah. Well, what was your best?
You
What was your best prank here?
best prank?
Yeah, besides filling the stick with water.
I think our Photoshop ones were because he wouldn't use that bathroom, and me and Bobby had like wallpapered that shitter with him, and then he finally went in there to like playoffs, and you could hear him and they're ripping them all down. And we was kind of like that one was in the making for at least a full year. He'd never seen any of them at all because they were all just on the inside of the stall. He didn't go in there.
That's great.
Oh, that'd have been perfect. Larry says Jordan Little was the guy from Kazoo.
Jordan Little, that's who it was. Yeah.
Yep.
Broke his nose, and it was right before wedding pictures or something. Is what I was told.
Oh shit! Oops.
He shouldn't have fought him.
Yeah.
And then he wants to know what your most memorable goal that you ever scored was.
There wasn't a whole lot to choose from.
At least you can remember
First
them.
year, I had that first year in playoffs. Like I had a few goals, a couple good ones against. I remember one behind it was Hucklow was behind the net, and he threw it out front, and I was coming down through the middle and picked it up, and just one time it didn't happen very often for me. Usually at one time it'd be flubbed.
Hey,
That's like my favorite one.
as long as you're not like Brad Marchand and just forget the puck completely.
Oh God, don't compare me to that guy.
No. Yeah, he is a fucking rat. I can't stand that guy.
He's a good player. I don't know why he does that stuff.
Yeah.
Because he
Licking
can't.
faces.
Oh, I'd blast him. I don't know how nobody didn't kill that guy for that. I mean, I couldn't hold back from that. Of course, I'd be shocked.
Well,
what?
He's a pretty hard-nosed player too.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't take anything away from him playing, but I don't like him. I don't like that whole team.
No,
I'm not a Bruins fan.
there.
All right, so you live all the way out there. Who's your NHL team? Do you follow one at all, or do you kind of distance?
Oilers were always my team. I grew up and started in Northern Alberta, like Grand Prairie, and then I don't even little. I don't even remember. But my dad had tickets to the Oilers.
Nice.
We lived in Red Deer, so I don't remember going to games. There's pictures of me at a couple games, but I was like one. I've always been an Oilers fan.
So you're a big McDavid fan?
They don't really give you a lot to cheer about. We were hoping this year was the year.
Yeah.
They were going to make playoffs.
Good luck with the GM out there. I'm a Wings fan. I'm glad to get rid of him.
Ken Holland?
Yeah.
Well, probably better than, what's his face, Torelli.
Yeah. Can't argue that.
That was terrible.
Holland's not a whole lot better.
So we had somebody say that you got one with 2 seconds left in Port Huron in a playoff game to tie it up.
I don't even remember that one.
I don't really either. But
don't, honestly. But
I never really thought to watch for goals when you're on the ice. If you really want to know the truth.
I did score against Port Huron, but I don't remember. I had a chance when we were in Muskegon for the championship in Game 4 to win it. And it was a 2-on-1. But I got selfish. We didn't score.
It happens.
Hindsight being 2020, it worked out okay though.
Yeah.
You were always the physical presence there. Is that something that you always kind of wanted to do, or is it just something that kind of you fell into?
Kind of just fell into. I mean, when I was younger, just like most guys, that you get a lot of, you're a good player, you get a lot of points, and as you move up, the talent pool gets a little more defined. The better players are ones keep moving up, and the worst players keep falling off.
Right.
Like my last year, junior, I had 40 some points and 281 penalty minutes, and then to go from junior to pro, like the step, it was quick, but like I didn't start fighting like midget AAA. I didn't really fight. I was just a physical player. And then going to these junior camps, and my dad always had this thing where he's like, you gotta do something to set yourself apart. But when he was saying like that, it was like he wanted you to wear like odd color socks so they'd notice you. But I remember like I was at Old Grizzlies camp in the Alberta Junior League, and the guys that are at that camp are the same guys I played against all year in midget AAA, and there was this kid Brett Hoppy that I wanted all season, and I wanted to just two-hand that kid. But I had my opportunity to fight him there, and I did okay, nothing special. But you kind of get a little, well, it's not too bad at this. This is something that might keep me in the lineup when it comes down to something. And then I came up to Fairbanks when I was like 16. My brother brought me up here to train with their strength coach, and a couple of his older college players, Darren Teamster and Chad Hamilton. These are the Alberta Junior League legends, heavyweights, good players that went on to play in the minor leagues too. But they started working with me and teaching me things. And then I remember going back to camp. I went to Canmore's camp in Alberta. Didn't really do much there. Went back to Old's main camp. They had a new coach. It wasn't going to happen. So then I went out to Tavis, got me up to Melfort, Saskatchewan.
Yep.
And I went out there and I just fought everybody I could fight in camp and made the team there. Still had pretty good numbers. And I got traded to the North American League though. The first year, the first year I think was the America West League before. I mean, actually we joined the North American League, but I think I had 6 fights all year, and then that was enough couldn't find another one after that.
Yeah.
And then when we went to the North American League, a bunch more teams. I didn't have a whole bunch of fights, but I had more there, and just cleaned house, gave myself all kinds of room, put up good points. But it was always just a way to stay in the lineup. It wasn't, no kid decides when they're younger, like, oh, I just want to fight. Everybody wants to play hockey, but your love for the game and your want to stay in it is so strong that you're going to do anything you can to stay playing.
Right.
There's times and like after I left Idaho, I mean, I wish I was still doing it, but not everybody can be, Colin Chalk or Safanov and play till they're in their 40s.
Yeah. Yeah, no joke. Guy played till he was into his 40s, I think, too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I thought Chaffee was older than me.
Was he really?
I thought he was. I could be wrong.
I could very well be wrong myself. I know Guy was one of the older guys that I remember playing here anyway. So, and Chalker was up there. So
I've never seen anybody like so particular about their gear than Colin Chalk. Like it was.
That's what Curto was saying earlier.
Oh my God. He had so many different things and rituals and just prep stuff. It's fun to watch, but I mean, he was a hell of a hockey player.
Yeah, but Curto said that he always kind of fucked around with his, glove dryer and all that other stuff, just messing with Chalker to piss him off.
Oh yeah, his own glove dryer is skate dryer. I mean, forget it, everything was own.
Now, is that because of his germaphobe stuff that he had going on?
No, it was just Chalker. Like, it was his own little pregame stuff.
Yeah. So was he the most was he like the most OCD guy you played with?
Chalker? Yeah, I guess as far as having his own glove dryer, just have his own little setup. I remember any rink we'd pull into, he'd sit in the same spot, set his gear up. But a lot of guys did that too, though. But the setup that he pulled out of his bag was a little more than usual.
Pretty extravagant.
Yeah.
Who was the most OCD goalie you ever played with? Because I know that we're kind of a different breed.
OCD goalie. I don't want to say OCD. Boucher was not really OCD, but like his mental preparation, his preparation before games was pretty intense. I mean, he was focused.
Yeah.
He didn't want to, and you know the way he played, you know, he was so good. He didn't want to really fuck with them before games because Boucher was gonna come up big and he was gonna steal your games all the time.
Right.
You know, there's plenty of games we shouldn't have won, but Boucher stood on his head and made incredible saves.
That's what's good. You got to have it.
Yeah, you need a goalie like that to steal you a game once in a while. Boucher was the guy. I mean, how many championships did he win?
Gee, four?
Four for us, right?
Four for us.
3 Turner Cups, and then President. Is it President's Trophy in Central League?
CHL.
Yeah,
Something
CHL.
like
I think it
That
was.
was in 2012. Yeah.
Yeah. Did were you here when he Superman punched that guy? I don't remember.
No, I wasn't. In the highlight though, good for Boots.
Yeah, I found that
Getting
video the
home.
other day.
Yeah.
That was. He even said, he goes, "That was. I definitely remember that one key moment in my career."
You know, there's always a moment where you do something you're not necessarily proud of, but in that moment, the emotion takes over. You just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I got suspended for Matt Spiller. He was in Bloomington, I think, but
I remember
his
that
helmet,
name.
I pulled his helmet off. I think he played for the Coyotes. But he pulled his helmet off, and my hand had gone through the ear hole, but I didn't bother to shake it off because I wanted to club him with it. And I got suspended for it. He was about 6'5", so I needed an advantage with him.
Yeah.
Oops, my thumb's stuck. It won't come out.
Yeah, not my proudest moment, but it's a moment I was like, I didn't want to hurt him.
Yeah. We had a player down here this year that had his helmet stuck to his hand. Like legitimately, it wasn't on purpose. It stuck to his hand, and he just kept beating the shit out of this guy. It was on opening night. Matt Bowden.
There's some clip I saw was, I don't know who was playing. Was it Fort Wayne was playing somebody?
Jacksonville.
Probably Jacksonville. The big.
And the guy just grabbed him and punched him right in the mouth. Like, what are you doing picking a fight and just standing there like that? Like, get ready.
No, that was Quad City. The captain in Quad City blasted Justin McDonald.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, that was
chin
awful.
out, hands at his side. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
They're
like,
gonna run your mouth.
they were running their
Get ready.
mouth, and then he just got popped.
Yeah, that guy got suspended for 20.
That guy put his hands on me. Well, as soon as he got suspended for nothing, as soon as the guy puts his hands on me like that, you know he's going to do something. Like, get ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same thing with that Van Drunen. He knew it was coming,
Yeah.
Right.
but he thought he could stand there and just be like a rat about things. I can't respect that. I really can't.
No. Did you
You're gonna run your mouth and do shit like that, then back it up.
Did you see the clip from this season? Our big old Donnie had in Jacksonville.
I think I did.
The Chicklets had it on there.
I'll have to look it up again.
Say if not, I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Say we went down to
I remember.
Jacksonville this year, and it was
We were at the game. It was awesome.
old time hockey back again. It was nice to see, but at the same point, we lost 2 guys for 6 games. So
All right. Yeah, it's different now. The game. Sometimes it's not even fun to watch.
it can get
There's
really
a lot of
boring.
There's
now.
a lot of it's not even that. It's just a lot of they don't respect their opponents anymore. It's just
Oh, it's full of cheap
ratty
shots.
hockey. Yeah,
Yeah, people licking each other. You know.
yeah. I mean, I'm Marchand with them licking people in the face.
Here's a question.
Blue
You want to ask it?
Yeah, I know this guy, Mark. He said, "How come you never fought Frank Littlejohn? Yeah, heard you were
Frank?
good friends."
Yeah, Frank's my buddy. I didn't have to fight Frank because Jay Holiday went in to fight him, and Frank beat the brakes off him.
Yeah.
So if you did fight him,
Frank was like scary tough because his eyes would roll back, and he's just like Frank was in the zone. And then when the fight was over, he would like hulk out and be normal again. Yeah, he was Frank was tough. I played with him in Missouri for a couple of years.
if you would have fought him, who do you think would have won?
Frank probably would have beaten him up because he's lucky.
I don't know,
I think it'd be a pretty good fight, but those are one of those fights that someone's gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
I'm sending you the video of the line brawl this year.
So the Jacksonville fight?
Yeah. It'll put a smile on your face. It's old school. I loved it while we were there. And we were sitting in the middle of all the Jacksonville fans, and they all loved us because we just kind of agreed with all they said, and then we stood up and started cheering, and they all stared at us. And
I can't even watch it here because of where I'm at working. They block all the YouTube, anything streaming.
No shit.
It's just, oh man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Can't have no fun here.
So that's another question we asked earlier is what's it like up there for you with all this shit going on now? What's the restrictions you're under?
I'm part of essential industry, so work on the pipeline. I can move up and down the line pretty easily, but they just put that governor mandate in today, effective today, that all non-essential industries basically shut down. So
yeah,
gas stations and stuff, and thank God liquor stores are staying open, but grocery stores, and then anybody in the oil field, plumbers and stuff are still moving around. But you can't travel to Anchorage. There's no intrastate travel or out-of-state travel anymore till I think April 21st. They put us on lockdown.
Oh shit, that's a
You
lot
gotta
longer than us.
shelter in place.
Yeah, we're under that now, even though we're all still sitting right here. But
We got another week, then they'll decide to extend it or not.
Yeah.
And we don't have a whole lot of cases here yet. They're trying to just curb it.
What do we have?
I imagine it's obviously going to be more because there are people out there still. But
I think we have
where I'm at, like where I'm working right now at the pump station, we're pretty isolated.
Yeah.
Just north of the Arctic Circle. But I mean, I've put so much hand sanitizer on here that it hurts. Hands are cracked and dried out.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can't. Before, you'd go to the chow hall, dish up your own food, go sit down and eat. No more. You can't group up, sit down. You got to take your food back to your room. You can't touch any of the food. You got to put hand sanitizer and rubber gloves on. Then they'll dish your food up for you. You tell them what you want. They're not. They're taking it pretty serious here.
Shit's just crazy, man.
Especially when you're like so remote and isolated, like we are in these camps. If one guy gets it, everybody's going to get it. It's just a matter of time.
Well, it happened on a Navy ship now. We read an article earlier today that an aircraft carrier had a guy get it now. Like 36 of them have it. And they think the whole crew's going to end up getting it.
The whole crew, yeah, they quarantined the whole thing. I saw that.
Yeah.
So is there anything during your career that you regret?
Anything that I regret? You want to get into the Colorado Eagles saga?
I mean, that's up to you.
That whole thing was a shit show. I don't want to say like the whole organization was bad. Just a couple of people didn't handle things very well, I think, which made it look a lot worse than it really was.
Well, I mean, it's the same organization that keeps the Kelly Cup for 3 years after they win it. So, and they say they lost it.
I just heard that story the other day, and they want money back from the league before they give the trophy back or something.
Yeah.
The league made a new trophy. They were like, "Fuck it, keep your trophy."
Like as far as the organizations, I mean, they're one of the few that were, they're like Fort Wayne. They're pretty top notch. They take really good care of the players if you're benefiting them in a way.
Right.
Correct.
But as soon as you something that you've done is cast them in a negative light, they are fucking done with you. They put a gag order. I wasn't allowed to talk about the fight in my side of the story. Nothing. But then the Odessa owner and the players, they go on there and talk about how all night I was trying to hurt people. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
That owner sat in the hallway yelling at me that he's going to press charges. And Chuck's you. You're not pressing any charges. If anybody pressed charges, it's him.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, I guess they forfeited.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose you?
You still there?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I think we had an Alaska issue.
Did I lose you guys?
Oh, there you are. There you are.
Huh.
I thought Alaska stepped
the
in.
whole time you're like, you're suspended without pay. They do all this stuff. And then, actually my buddy Adam Powell that played in Corpus Christi called me. He had a radio show. He played for the Ice Rays in the Central League. And he actually, there was a gag order on the fight, but I was like, forget it. Like, nobody's doing anything to defend me. There's some reporter in Corpus Christi, Raj something, is just crucifying me about how bad of an individual I am, how I'm just, out there to hurt people. Like, you weren't at the game. You're in Texas, you dumbass. Like, shut up. Yeah, oh man, it pissed me off. Some of the things people were saying, like, I just, you're not supposed to read the blog and stuff.
Right.
Some of the shit people say, it's like, you have no clue. Like, you're so clueless as to the undertone in the game or anything.
Have you talked to Van Jernen since then?
Hell no, I don't want to talk to that guy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know, I didn't know if it was something,
Nothing against him, but he played it up too. Like, I never asked him to fight. And then Texas is a right to work state. So I was paying players union dues, and he was opting out of his dues. So I was paying for him, the union, to represent him and me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, there was a bunch of stupid things that went down. And then I kept asking Colorado for a release, 29 games or 22, whatever it was, I didn't want to play there. I think I'd served 13 games before I finally said, screw it, I'm out of here, and I left.
Yeah.
And they can put you on suspension for so long, and then they can call you and offer you a contract. And if you turn it down, then they can put you back on suspension for that same amount of time.
Jesus.
Their coach, GM, did that, but he did it so backhanded, I didn't know he was offering me a contract. And then that turned out they spent longer. Finally, I got my release, and I was in Boise when they finally released me. The only stipulation was before I got signed with the Steelheads, their commissioner wanted to review the tape.
That didn't exist.
It didn't exist.
No, somehow he got a copy, but he's like, I think he gave me 4 games. He said he goes, I would have suspended you 4 games for this.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd already served 13, so I was good to play. And that whole time in Colorado, I had to go down and meet with the DA and all this stuff. And finally the DA was like, if I'm going to, press charges for a hockey fight, I have to be prepared to redefine the entire game, rules of the game. And I'm not going to do that.
Right.
And like, I was just, at that point, like, so much crap had gone down in Colorado. I was like, I'm done with this place. So I couldn't get out of it fast enough.
Yeah. Well, and it's not like you stood on top of him and was stomping him with your skate. And it was
one well-placed punch.
Correct.
5 plates, 18 screws.
Yeah.
Guess he should have moved his face.
Yeah.
Right? Don't block punches with your face. Get out of the way.
So
that whole thing just left a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah, I don't blame you. We do have a couple more questions. It's kind of the same thing, but Don wants to know if you had a favorite restaurant or food in Fort Wayne that you can remember.
With the Cork and Cleaver?
Yeah. That's a good one.
That was a good one.
Damn,
every once in a while, Dave would bust out the wallet. We'd get a team meal down there.
Hell, that'd be awesome. $50 steak never hurt nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a while to pry the thing out of his hands, or pry it open at least, but when he did, it was good.
All right, Don has a question too.
Was there one called Buckets?
Yeah. Sports bar.
Yeah, over in
they had really good pizza.
Yeah.
What about Coney Island or Powers? Which one would you prefer?
I never had any of those.
Get the fuck out of here.
No.
Are you serious?
Andy Desmond was always, never had either one of them, to tell you the truth.
Oh
for
man.
Christ's sakes.
Bose.
Good stuff, man.
Man.
Good colon cleanse in those places.
Yeah.
Let's say Desmond, I could see doing that.
Andy, the little jack sniffer.
Yeah. He'd probably bring in shit just to clean the smell out of the locker room.
Oh, yeah.
Powers would fucking do it.
That was Gary's little boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. there's any other
all of the equipment guys are always goalies.
Yeah, he tried to be. You know, I love Gary to death. He's got a hell of a slap shot on him, though. So,
Yeah, Gary was a great guy.
I played a lot of roller hockey against him.
Oh, do you?
I did, yeah. I don't think he plays anymore.
I don't think he posted some pictures the other day, though. He had his goalie gear on or something.
I think he's having a bobblehead made or a statue made.
Really?
Oh, is he really good?
Yeah. So he needed a picture for him, and that was the picture he's going to use.
We should honor him. He's done a lot for that organization.
Dude, he's been here forever.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite coach, current or retired, and why?
Favorite coach? It's tough because there's two. Rob Profit, who coached me when I played Ice Dogs up here. He's the GM of the Ice Dogs, and he's done an excellent job of building a hell of a program here. I mean, how many Robertson Cups have they won?
Right.
4 or 5. And then Kevin Kaminsky, in St. Louis, where in Missouri I played for him. I still talk to him every once in a while, but Killer was awesome. Killer was a guy that you knew at every turn had the players back. I mean, hell, I watched Robin Bouchard again hit one of our guys, Mark Ovitt, from behind.
Yeah.
He buried him from behind and got kicked out. And Killer was like enraged, where he went back behind where the dressing rooms were. You know, obviously there's a couple of police in the room, but he leapt up onto the stage equipment and like he was going to kill Bouchard. And he got intercepted. But I mean, like that's how Killer was.
Yeah. Guy's awesome.
Like that. You guys saw him in Fort Wayne. He was intense.
Yeah. He's a good dude too. I think he's in Saskatchewan now.
Yeah, he's in Larange.
Yeah.
He's having a really good year this year too, and then they canceled everything.
Right.
He won Coach of the Year this year in the SJ.
They if I remember right, they named his hometown rink after him too.
They did in Churchbridge, Saskatchewan.
Yep. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. He's got a fight on YouTube where he fought Ty Domi in the Memorial Cup.
No shit.
And Ty Domi was in Pierrot, and he dropped him too.
Oh man. I still remember the old Domi and Probert fights. Those were
all the way.
Yeah, those were intense.
Domi could hang with him just because you could not hurt that idiot, but Probert was just an all-around better hockey player and tougher.
He was nuts. Have you watched the that documentary they made about him? Tough Guy.
I read the book.
Man, the documentary, they show these pictures and videos of him, and I swear that guy had crazy eyes.
Oh yeah, I'm just watching who else sits there and do a fight. He fights Cox in Vancouver, and they're just like, just getting punched right in the face. Those guys were crazy back then. The way they fought, no defense, just eating punches. It was a knockout. See who gets knocked out first. But,
yep.
You take all the punches, and you'd come back strong and just beat on you.
Yeah.
So
he was all time.
Oh yeah.
So have you ever fought anyone in practice?
Not when I played for the Komets, but like in junior, I did.
Yeah.
In Saskatchewan, just one time.
It always happens in juniors.
Yeah.
Always happens in juniors.
A lot of testosterone at that time.
Yeah, we had 3 or 4 when I was in St. Louis, and it was always one of those things that just, damn it, now we get the bag skate.
Yeah, it's like, get it done, get it over with, and move on to practice.
All right, here's
You're
another
usually
one.
over something stupid.
Oh, it's always most of the ones in St. Louis were over women. That's really all it was.
Yeah.
Something stupid. So, Steve wants to know, do you still follow the Komets? And if so, what are your thoughts on the last 2 seasons?
I don't really follow the Komets. I'll check in on them, just the highlights, like when Gary was coaching Graham.
Yeah.
But after he left, not so much.
Yeah.
They got a Division I college team here, and there's a couple players he'd ask about, and I'd try to recommend some guys. But besides like following the whole season real close, I never really did. I was working a ton back, up until this last year. I was welding out on the line, so I was working every day pretty much.
Yeah.
Now I got a desk job.
A little bit better.
A little easier, 5 days a week, except every once in a while I got to go out of town like I am now. But I probably drive home Monday.
Yeah, if they let you.
No, I can travel.
Oh yeah, you're essential.
I'll put my.
Man, I lost it. I lost track of thought there.
Sweet.
I mean, we're still sitting at -20 with snow all over the place right now.
Fuck that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. This has been like the longest, coldest winter.
It's
I'm over it.
Today's our warmest day so far, and it's 64, and we got severe thunderstorms rolling all around us. So good stuff.
Yeah, but you don't have to shovel rain.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't even get cold this year. This was one of the most mild winters I can ever remember. We had one day in the single digits. That was it.
We were 30 and 40 below for a good majority of the winter there.
Nope.
Jesus Christ.
Nope. I'm over that shit.
I'll let you keep the Alaska weather.
Yeah.
Now, does it, where you're at, where you live, how long does it stay dark up there, or do you get sunlight every day?
We got it every day in the interior, but just for a couple hours through the worst part of winter.
Yeah. I'd go insane.
Does that really screw with your body as much as everybody says it does? With only having 2 hours of light?
If you let it, it will, yeah. Summers are great, you know, it's 24-hour daylight. You come out of the bar at 3 in the morning, it's still sunny out.
Your bars stay open that late up there?
Yeah, 2:30.
Nice.
Something like that, 3 to 10.
I always heard they had weird alcohol laws up there, but I wasn't sure.
No, it's pretty defined weird.
I don't know. Can't have alcohol certain places, and
Oh no, there's a lot of drinkers here. I mean, what else are you gonna do when you get 2 hours of sunlight? You gotta
drink.
stay warm.
So do you go out hunting or fishing or anything like that?
You know, I hate to even admit that I've been here for, 15, 17 years. I've gone hunting once, maybe fishing a handful of times.
Man,
It's work season. You're working so much.
Right.
You don't really have time for it. I was never like into hunting and fishing when I was a kid anyways.
right.
My 12-year-old, he doesn't even care. Well, he likes catching fish, but he'll sit there and just cast. He's content to do that. I can't. That's too boring. I got to catch something every cast or I'm out. I mean, when I go down to Valdez to work and the salmon, the pinks are running,
Yeah.
then it's fun because I think me and a buddy went fishing down there right out just on the beach and cast out there. And I think he had 42nd consecutive casts. He pulled in pink salmon.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, they're gross. You don't eat those. You turn them loose.
Do you ever make it up to like Barrow or anything like that?
I stopped in Barrow on a flight home from Prudhoe Bay, but some of my buddies went up to Barrow and put a hockey camp. They have it's a natural ice there, and it's just like a big vinyl tent.
Yeah.
But you can't even travel to those villages now.
Yeah, I went to Barrow one time and it was so cold. I'll never forget that. It was free. Oh, it was stupid.
That's the northernmost point here.
Yeah, that's what they said when we landed there, and we were on Air Alaska. So,
I was in last year. Prudhoe Bay is like the farthest I've gone.
Yeah,
just working up there, pipelining, and then working on the Trans-Alaska pipeline, the pump stations. But Barrow we stopped. Actually, Barter Island's a little further too. It's just like a quick stop, pick some stuff up, and go.
Yeah. You guys got anything else?
I'm good. You got anything you want to get out there that we haven't covered?
I don't know. Not really. You guys have some good questions. I kind of enjoyed it. I haven't actually sat down and talked about it in a long time. How many people I work with are into it?
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that hockey's not really that big up there. I learned.
You can pull out the VHS and play a video for them.
I'd have to find somewhere. Yeah, I can't even show my YouTube videos here. I can't even pull that up.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what kind of vacation time you get, but one of these years we'll have to get you down here. We throw a big alumni party for the Komets every year, and
it'd be fun to go. I got to talk to Brandon Warner quite a bit about coming back down.
Yeah,
and like LaPlante too. We hung out with those guys a lot when I played.
We usually, I think this year we do it in August every year, and I think this year is the middle of August. So, I mean, I don't know what your schedule's like.
The 15th is when we have it scheduled.
But
we'll probably still be quarantined by then.
Yeah, no shit. I hope not.
Cross your fingers.
Yeah, I got to get out of the house, man. I need sports back. I'm going crazy. But
nothing on TV. Like, what do you watch if there's no sports?
Exactly.
No hockey. I mean,
I'm going to go bald without naturally.
You're going to pull a Shockey.
Yeah. Pull my damn hair out. But yeah, if, we'd love to get you down here for that. I know we got a bunch of guys from Canada planning on coming hopefully this year, if not next. But
it'd be fun to definitely make a trip down there.
Yeah.
I would have liked to come down to heckle Schrock at his
induction
Hall of Fame night. Yeah. Or you could just say a few words on his behalf, a few choice words.
Yeah. Warner just said his door's always open for you.
Oh, don't say I'll be right down.
It's a little warmer.
Yeah,
we're supposed to get down in the 40s though, so it's kind of chilly.
Yeah, you can bring your shorts.
It's shorts weather up here.
Exactly.
Seriously, if you're at 20 below and it hits about 10 here, 10 degrees, it's like a heat wave. Everybody's, tarps off,
That's crazy.
Enjoying the weather.
Yeah. All right, man.
Summers, man, like you go from like minus 50 or 40, and then your summers can be close to 90 here.
Wow. I didn't know it got that hot. I figured it got 60s, 70s, but
there was one summer we were in the high 80s for a while there. Like, it was roasting.
People were probably trying not to die.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. Well, we'll let you go so you can eat your dinner and go to bed before you get back on the job.
All right. I appreciate it, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude. We'll have you again. When we get Warner on, we'll give you a shout. We'll do it later like this, and we'll give you a shout while he's on.
All right. I got some good Warner stories.
All righty, man. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That was obviously Brad MacMillian. That was a lot of fun for everybody that was involved. Our intern doesn't know a whole lot about the guy, but
yeah,
he learned quickly.
Yeah, I was just taking notes the whole time.
For when he goes pro, he can go in there and be the next Brad.
Got to get there first.
Yeah. So we got a gift from a fan today. I don't know if she wants us to say who it is or not. Did she say?
Doesn't matter.
Say Julie Hansel is the fan.
Yeah.
Don hasn't opened his yet, but she got us all Hockey in the Fort coffee mugs.
Yeah, don't pour it out this time.
With pictures of our goalie challenge and one other thing on there.
Nick, why don't you show them what picture you got on there?
Fuck off.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's see.
It's the one where my shitty intern made me bite and get scored on really badly. We haven't seen Don's yet. He's got to open his yet.
Opened it. Yeah.
I got a picture of me standing there with Don, can't figure out that he still has his skate guards on.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's probably mine.
That's on there. No, I have a feeling I know which one's yours.
Yeah.
And I have
My
a feeling
belly.
it has a little bit of skin showing.
My belly.
It's either that or the one where I'm skating by after the slap shot and Don's got his hands in the air and the puck's in the net.
Yeah, but that's because you cheated. You can't have a rebound.
All right, here we go.
There's no belly.
No belly.
No
Which one we got?
Wow.
It's actually a decent one.
No
Oh, it's
belly.
not the one where he tried to kill the kid either. Okay.
Nope.
In reality, you're still falling, but that's okay.
What's up? I'm always still falling. Did you watch me skate?
I saw
I
you.
coached you.
Yeah.
I saw you try to skate.
You never, no time in my coaching did you tell me to take the skate guards off. I blame you.
It's okay. We didn't tell you either.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
the one that gave you the skate guards.
Exactly. It's all your fault.
Yeah, that was-
100%.
That plan was set in stone from
Jesus.
like 3 weeks before it happened.
That was,
If you could have just saw Brady smile the whole time you were walking out there, it was perfect because he knew what was coming. Well, everybody but you did.
yeah.
Even the kids were even laughing at you.
Yeah, I don't care.
Brady's the one that told me about it when I was taking my skate guards off.
Yeah. Thanks.
I don't
Brady.
even know what I was looking at or doing, but no clue. Even after I fell, I had no clue. I'm like, Ed, my skates don't fucking work. Oh well.
I like Larry's idea of a street hockey challenge when this all ends. We have to do that this summer.
Yeah.
That way our intern's still here to take part and score on you again.
Whatever.
Again.
I can just take another slap shot.
I don't care.
We will do it. I got a place we can do it already. I already looked. So, but anyways, thanks Julie for the mugs. We appreciate it.
I've already
They're
spilled
really
one.
cool. Yeah. Don picked our interns up and dumped us a liquid out of it immediately. And we're going, oh,
Well,
so
in my defense, They were like, "Here, look at this cup." I grabbed it to look at it and just tipped it sideways and just dumped it right on the floor.
Yeah, so my dogs can lick it up later.
It's all right. It was just water.
Yeah.
Wink.
Anyways. Oh God, Rue wants to come for slap shots. You are more than welcome.
Bring it, old guy. Let's go. I don't care.
But anyways, we got more shows coming. Not this weekend. We're kind of showed out for the day, but
yeah, I'm only allowed to come out sometime.
Yeah, we're gonna set a couple more up. We're still working with Jamie Shasma and a few other guys.
Fletcher.
Steve Fletcher, Cody Soul. So that'll be a fun one. That could get interesting. So we got a few coming. So we will advertise them probably for next weekend. Because Don's only allowed out of the house once a week.
Maybe not even that.
Yeah. I don't care. I'll still be here. Ed will come up. We'll get the intern over here.
I'm still working.
Me too, technically. I can still work. I just don't want to go to New York. So anyways, we'll let you guys go. Thanks for tuning in. Share this video.
Yeah.
The video from earlier, if you haven't watched Curto's episode, it was good.
Yeah.
And look for some other stuff coming out soon. We're setting some stuff up for the summer, hopefully.
Yeah.
So
and be safe out there.
yeah, wash your
It's just
fucking hands.
scary.
So, all right. We'll see everybody later.